How you doing? Jim Fisher. This is the third way, not left, not right, America's third way. Today I wanted to breach the touchy subject of gay marriage and libertarianism, and should gays have the right to marry. This can come, obviously it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. The conservatives on the right, they want gay marriage to be illegal. Liberals on the left say, we want gay marriage to be legal. They have the right. What do the libertarians think? As a libertarian, my opinion is that the government has no business defining marriage at all. Why do we need them to define marriage? Once they define it, somebody experiences tyranny. If they say it's illegal, then gays experience tyranny. If they say it's legal, then eventually Catholic churches and other Christian or churches of Judeo-Christian faith will be forced to marry gay peoples against their own values. Either way, somebody experiences tyranny. Why does the government need to define marriage? Why does it need to be illegal or illegal? The government has no business in our moral value system. Once we bring our personal values and we want to impede them on all other people through the government, what we're saying is, I want my personal values to be enforced by gunpoint through the threat of imprisonment from the government on other people. That's not what you want. That's not the system that we've developed here in the United States. The whole point of this experiment is the maximum amount of freedom for all people. And you don't do that through imposing your value system on other people. And that's what libertarianism is. It's not... I personally don't think homosexuality is right. I don't think it's a good value. I don't see it as being moral. But I am not willing to give my government the power to threaten homosexuals by gunpoint not to get married, because that's what I would be saying. And that's the whole idea of my argument here. A lot of people think libertarianism is this free-for-all where anybody can do whatever they want. Nothing could be further from the truth. I want the Catholic Church to have the right to refuse to marry homosexuals. I want homosexuals to have the right to find some way that they can be happy. And if that means getting married in their own church that they can find that they'll marry them, or go to the Justice of Peace or whatever institution they can find, they have the right to do that. What gays don't have the right to tell the Catholic Church they must marry them and go against their own value system. And the Catholic Church, or members of the Catholic Church, don't have the right to impede on homosexuals' rights to get married if they can find a way to do it. We might say, well, Jim, there's legal implications of marriage. There's divorce, there's alimony, there's insurance coverage, there's legal implications. The government must define marriage. That's not true. All those things can be handled through contract in a free market society. We don't need the government to handle these things and define marriage for us. We can do it on our own. The church has defined marriage for thousands of years, and times have changed a little bit, and now homosexuals want to come out of the closet and be openly married. They have the right to do that. I don't believe in it, but who am I to say what they have the right to do and they can't do? Who am I to impose my moral value system on other people through the threat of violence and imprisonment? Because that's the only power the government has to enforce a value system, is by gunpoint and threat of imprisonment or actual imprisonment. That's the power they have. So if you say it should be law to make it illegal, if you're a conservative out there and you say, gay marriage should be illegal, what you're saying is, if two gays do that, then a policeman should go to their home, arrest them, and put them in jail because they did this. Is that actually a crime? The definition of a crime is when a person harms another person or impedes on their rights. When two gays get married, two consensual adults get married, are they impeding on somebody else's right to liberty? No. Are they harming somebody else? No. So what right do you have to call that a crime? You don't. A crime is defined as when a person hurts another person. Those should be the only things that we can define as a crime, and it's the only time that the role of government should even come into place. If if somebody doesn't hurt somebody else, that is not a crime, and you don't have the right to call that a crime and impose your moral system on other people. Like I said, I am personally a conservative. Libertarianism is not about your personal beliefs. It's about what you want to allow the government to have the power to do. That's all libertarianism is. My personal belief is I'm a very conservative person. I don't think homosexuality is right. I think it's immoral. But that's irrelevant to libertarianism. I still am not giving my government the right to define that. They don't have the right to impose that on other people because they're not committing a crime. And if they're not committing a crime, why does the government need to be involved? They don't need to define our value system. We don't need to impose our value system on others by gunpoint. That's the whole idea of libertarianism. It's not some free-for-all where anybody can do what they want. Society has its own measures and its own systems in place for our value systems. We get our values from our parents, from our church, from our schools, from our workplace intolerance, from all kinds of places. The government is actually the worst place to instill moral values. And this idea that gay marriage should be legal or illegal is insanity, because what it's doing is giving government power to be in a place they have no business in being. And that's what we all should want, is limited power for government to not be able to define this. Once you give them the opportunity, they have to choose sides. And that's not where we want to go. This experiment is about maximum liberty. And if we keep going this way and asking our government to define these things, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose liberty. And it's we've taken it for granted for so many years. We have no idea how precious this is. And we're losing it little piece by little piece and experiencing tyranny through the TSA, through the FDA, through all kinds of organizations, and we don't even realize it. Tyranny lost, our freedom lost one little piece at a time is the worst tyranny of all, because the people succumb to it willingly. And we need to stop this. So that's kind of my rant on gay marriage. I hope you agree. If not, make a comment and we'll debate it. Jim Fisher, The Third Way, not left, not right, America's Third Way, Libertarianism.